What's up, everyone? Time for a review of the fifth studio album by UK indie pop band The 1975. This new album is titled Being Funny in a Foreign Language. It's kind of crazy that I've been listening to the 1975 for almost a decade now, as their landmark debut record, the self-titled one, dropped in 2013, which is just a great album overall in my eyes. Spotless, so many great songs, from Sex to Money to Chocolate to Robbers. I haven't even gotten to Girls yet, or Pressure. It's just so many great songs on that record. And the 2016 follow-up, well, I did find to kind of meander on in some aspects, was still very solid. I thought I Like It When You Sleep was a good record. Had songs like Ugh and Somebody Else, and the great track Loving Someone. Their next two albums were really a mixed bag in my eyes. I thought Brief Inquiry Online Relationships had some good songs on it, but Notes on a Conditional Form was just a straight disaster. It did not need to be over 80 minutes long, and I'm really happy that on this new album, it seems like they're really honing it in a little bit. This is their shortest album to date at 43 minutes. And I didn't really know what to expect because they've done so many genres on their previous four records. But I honestly gotta say, there's a good mix of everything while still retaining the 1975's trademark dreamy 80s pop rock. There's everything from some Baroque and chamber pop on Part of the Band to some dance rock vibes on Happiness, and then some really stripped down piano ballads like All I Need to Hear and Whenever We're Together. All in all, I think this is their most concise and precise album since their debut, and I honestly think it's their best in my eyes. This album flows by at a lightning pace, but never drags its feet or has any songs, or very few songs, that I feel are non-essential in this runtime. We got the first single Part of the Band in July of 2022, and I have to say, I was kind of mixed when I first heard that song. There were elements I liked about it. I liked they were teaming up with the likes of Jack Antanoff and Japanese Breakfast. I loved both of their records last year, being the Bleachers record and the Japanese Breakfast record. So obviously I was psyched about that. And then Happiness came along, and it just really took me for a ride. I love that song. I love the peppy vocals. I love the synths, the drum machines, the guitars. It's dance fever magic, in my opinion. And then the other singles that I was hearing, like I'm in Love with You, which did take some time to grow on with me. I thought it was kind of too by the numbers and too, this just sounds like some of our other songs. Or, this chorus is way too simple. I will say work in the context of this record. When you hear this album, it does have a little bit of a strange order, especially with the lead-off song, which is the same lead-off song, or the same title as the lead-off songs on their other records, being a self-titled cut here. But this time, instead of doing their usual poem, the go-round soft sound that they did on the first three, and the weird Greta Thunberg thing they did on their last record, this is actually a full-fledged song. It's very different. There's these chiming pianos that come in, these racing really fast pianos. Reminds me a lot of people of LCD Sound System, and it's almost like Matty Healy talking about what they went through to record this album. There's all sorts of references to stuff from last year, like Bitcoin, QAnon, all sorts of different things. And it's very interesting to see where this band was when they were making this record. We go into Happiness, and then from that song, which I love, into another really great song called Looking for Somebody to Love. This song is just bonkers in my mind. It's great. It sounds a lot like the Arcade Fire's their song Keep the Car Running from Neon Bible. It reminds me a little bit of it, the hectic kind of drumming, but it's unique in its own with the kind of wobbly synths to start this one off. It's actually a song about a school shooter, which is strange, but again, it just works. It's catchy, it's relatable, and I really do like the way this song flows, even with its strange subject matter. Then we go into some other cuts here that I think are really great, especially one of my favorite songs on here, "Oh Caroline," which is almost like a pop and R&B ballad. I really love the chorus of this one. It's so fun to sing along with. I already said "I'm in love with you" is one that did grow on me a lot, but there really takes the cake when it comes to emotional power on this record, and that is with the song "All I Need to Hear." This is something that can definitely make you tear up when you first hear it, because in my interpretation, it's almost like Maddie is writing from a relationship, maybe his own or a fictional one, when it's the relationship seems to be crumbling between these two people, and the one partner is crying out to the other, "I'll be with you, just tell me you love me, and that's all I need to hear to stay." And yeah, you see my eyes kind of raising. It definitely affects you when you hear this song. It's a beautiful piano ballad, and it's really a highlight on this record. The latter half of this album is really where I start to get problems, at least in my opinion. The songs start to be less memorable. One of them is "Wintering." This song is fine at first. It's kind of a nice little ambient kind of thing, some nice vocals, but it's really not an essential song in my opinion. "About You" and "Human 2" are some more self-reflective songs on the record, and the closing track, while kind of forgettable, I do kind of enjoy its minimalism, even though the production does seem a little bit too squeaky clean in my opinion. All in all, guys, this, in my opinion, is the 1975's return to form. I think this is their best record since their debut. I never thought I'd say that, and in my opinion, this is one of the top records of the year. I would highly recommend this. Doesn't matter what genre you're into. If you're into 80s lean stuff, pop, rock, soul, R&B, dreams, pop, all sorts of music, this is a great alternative rock record, and I'm giving "Being Funny in a Foreign Language" by the 1975 a 4.5 out of 5. Let me know what you guys think of this record in the description below, or in the comments. I'll have some more reviews, and it's Revolver release week. I actually posted a couple polls on my channel. Subscribe, you can vote on them. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be back for more.